Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to J Talks. So today we don't have a special guest. It's more of a new member of J Talks. This is my co-host, Don Osvaldo.
Or Ozzy. Call me Ozzy.
Or Ozzy. You can call him Ozzy. Please don't call him Don Osvaldo. It's Ozzy. That's just a me thing.
Please. That's just for the fans.
So, just to give a quick introduction of Ozzy and how we both I decided and I talked to my other members of J Talks to bring him on. So I think it just, as I was continuing to get close with Ozzy, because we weren't close for a while.
We were far from
disconnected.
being close. Yeah, it was. There was like no talk at all to each other, like nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, so I think, what was it? I think 2018.
Was it really? When I came back?
Yeah, when you came
Literally
back.
When I came back?
That's when it started, because that's, I guess you were around the house a little bit more, and so, because I think Marley would invite you over every time we had stuff like that. So I think that's what started, but I think we didn't really get close until like either late last late last year. And then this year too. So.
But as you know, the idea of J Talk happened and everything. My idea was to eventually have a co-host. Maybe one of my girls could be the whole co-host, as in like Gato or Natalie. But it seems like they are very comfortable in the back, which is perfectly fine.
You know it.
It's okay.
They're for moral support.
Moral support. And they do exactly everything I need, and they know how to do it well. So I was just observing everybody I was around, and I'm mostly around family. So I was noticing the conversations I would have with Ozzy, and I was just like, damn, these are the conversations I would literally have on J Talks. So I was like, is it too early to bring him on, or is it gonna be too late to even try to wait to bring him on in season 2? But I was kind of just like, fuck it, let's just bring him on. So I gave him the idea. I think he was drunk.
I was drunk.
He was drunk as shit.
I was drunk as shit. Oh my god, we had a family cookout, a family barbecue, and she came late to the party, so I'm already, you come to that certain time of the party, I'm already, pretty lit.
He was like, wait, sorry, but he was just like, as soon as I got into the room, he sees me, he's like, hey. He scared Jazz and
I scared like everybody was quiet. I'm like, hey. And then, so she's like, hey, what's so good, like what's going on? And she came out to, she was like, yeah, how do you feel about being on the podcast? And I was like,
he was so excited. It was, honestly, it made me feel good.
Like, in my head, I'm like, yo, it's about time. Like, god damn. I was wondering when this was going to happen. And she's like, yeah, I would really like to have you on one of my episodes. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, of course, like, I'm on board. Like, it'd be an honor to be on the show, right? And then, later on, we were at another family function, and she's like, yeah, so I was thinking, and I was like, fuck, you're not gonna have me on this season, man. Yeah, like, all right, whatever. She's like, I actually would like to ask you if you want to be my co-host. I was like, what? Like, like, such in disbelief, man. Such in disbelief. I was like, yo, I would love to be a co-host, bro. Like, there's nothing like more like, I mean, other like being a special guest, but being a co-host, like, that's crazy.
Like part of the family.
Crazy.
My close circle, because, sorry to cut you off, but like, I mean, Natalie and Gato, I mean, yes, I have a lot of family that I'm extremely close with, and I basically tell them everything, but these two are my main circle, like my main circle. So not only am I just inviting you in, but I trust you. So I trust you enough to even come in and talk about things that, I've noticed we talk about stuff, and it's so like authentic. It's not like, it's not uncomfortable. Like, we could talk about literally everything, exactly how I am with these two. And I just felt like you were just so perfect for it, because this is something we've done way before at J Talks. Like, we would, like I said before in a previous video, like, we would have like meetings moments, sit down and talk. Sometimes we'll cry, sometimes we'll just talk about whatever fucking goes on in life. And I just felt like you had to be on it. And it's nice to have a guy's perspective.
Yes.
I mean, it's just 3 girls, but we needed, you know, a little bit of testosterone in this in this environment.
We needed a professor in our Powerpuffs.
Like shit in our Powerpuff. Bro, literally, yeah, because we consider ourselves the Powerpuff Girls. So you're the professor.
Wow.
My bad. Yeah, so I'm honored. Thank you for even, allowing yourself to, bring you on to, this journey that is, I can't wait to, have you on.
Great to be here. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
So.
All about the support, all about J Talks.
Yes.
So let's get this thing rolling.
So tell them your IG and your social media before. So, if y'all want to follow him, he's single. I'm just saying.
IG, Ozzy, OZZY _ Garcia 63.
Ooh.
So.
Follow him.
Follow.
Follow him. He might follow you back.
We'll see.
But, so, just to, get into it, today's topic.
Ooh.
Yeah, because this is something that's kind of not controversial, but it's kind of a difficult thing to talk about, and sometimes it's hard for people to understand it. So we're going to be talking about sneaky links. So we had our meeting, right? I wanted to say we had our meeting recently to just, see how we're going to talk about this, or what way is it going to somehow affect you guys and make you guys understand not how sneaky links should be like, but the complications and what goes on while dealing with a sneaky link.
All the factors that go into it. And
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we had a very, very productive meeting.
Conversation.
Yeah, it was
sure.
very insightful. I learned a lot from,
A female's perspective
female's
and a male's
perspective.
perspective, which was great.
Yeah, it's nice to know both sides of the story when it comes to sneaky links.
So, like I said from previous videos, we have the special notebook that we have
notebook.
shit on here to just make us, not go out of contact or
I feel
whatever.
like that means like a name.
Our book?
Yeah.
Shit. He needs a name. We gonna
How do we know he's a he?
He's a he. I feel it.
You feel it?
I feel the energy say he. Okay, so the first point of topic that we're gonna talk about is the fear of judgment when you're first trying to meet your sneaky link.
Well, first let's talk about what is a sneaky link? What is a sneaky link?
True. You're right.
Yes, because people like me would not understand what that is.
Yeah, she's very old fashioned. Nah, I wouldn't say
old.
that.
Oh.
You heard that?
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
J Talks is about to get sued.
She's more traditional. Let's say it like that. More traditional.
I like
She's
that.
not very.
My
our way
wings?
is more modern.
Am I wings?
My wings.
I'd like to
Okay,
consider
then.
myself boneless. Thank you.
Both
So-
things are good though.
No, they are good.
Don't get sidetracked.
Okay, anyway. So, what do you consider a sneaky link?
Pretty
as a
much.
guy's
I
perspective?
mean, it's like you hooking up with a person that you don't want anyone knowing about. Whether it be because of it's a friend in your friend group. It's someone who's close to the family. So a lot of things that it could affect outside of the link, right?
Right.
So it could affect your friend group. It could affect your families. Could say that's like your sister's friend, or your-
Anything that makes it's literally in the name. It's
sneaky
sneaky
links.
links. It's something.
So,
Something you
want-
shouldn't be doing, but y'all want to be traviesos, and instead of doing oficios, you go and do people. I understand
Correct.
that.
That's a better way to say. Now
I
you see
understand.
her way of thinking.
but yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
It's
No,
just
it is. That's why we were just breaking our head about this is gonna be an interesting conversation because it's modern way of dating and then the traditional way of dating. And
First of all, you're calling it dating, but
It's not
sneaky
dating.
links
well,
ain't
not dating,
dating.
but
huh?
I guess
that's a
the
different
modern
topic.
way. Yeah, that is, no.
I was
you're
just like,
right.
I don't want that subject.
I guess modern way of messing around and different ways of how to have sex. Honestly,
just straight hooking up.
Yeah.
That's it. Just straight hooking up.
But
Right.
Sucios.
Now my question is like, what's the difference between a fuck buddy and a sneaky link?
I think a fuck buddy people would actually know. Like they know, that they're fuck.
You know, they're messing around, they're talking.
Like that's something you could be open about, you know.
But open enough, but not too open.
I'm not saying get into details like, yo, we be doing this. Like, nah. But, you know,
be like, I was bent this way, I didn't know I could bend that.
like, yo, homeboy turned me into a presser. Like, that's crazy. Like, no.
Jalen's like, I work at Auntie Anne's.
I'm flavor seven.
No.
You a flavor you can't pronounce?
No.
You must be limited edition.
Oh yeah. I'm fucking dead.
Oh my god. But nah, for real, I would say yeah. Like you're more, I guess, public about, you know, your fuck buddy. You know, and other people know about it. But with like sneaky links, that's like, nah, that's reserved to yourself. Like no one else knows.
Like just you and me. That's it. That's the only two brains I would ever know about it.
It's like I think
I'm taking notes.
I think it's like one or two people know, and then
at least that's what I talked about with, like, you know, one of my peoples, right?
Bleep.
Bleep. Like, we were talking about this because, you know, TMI in a way, but like not too long ago I had a sneaky link, right?
As of I.
Yeah. That's why we have a lot to say. I was speaking to, you know, one of my peoples, and they were saying, you know, it's crazy, like, the misconception that you get between the two sometimes, you know, in the sense of like, rather that person wants people to know, or like at least even let their circle know about it, you know, because yes, I feel like even though we both come to terms and we're like, no, we're keeping this low key, nothing happened, like none of this happened. But come on, like, we're human beings. Sometimes you kind of just want to be like, bro, I just hit this joint and it was nice, or it was whack, or it didn't last long, whatever the fuck. And so you're just like, you know, you just want to talk about it. And I feel like, you know, sometimes you have to be careful, even though it's like it can be in your circle. I feel like it's okay to talk about it. You know what I mean? To other people, because sometimes you just want to like express yourself about a certain situation, but you just have to make sure it does not get out, because you can sometimes just let it out even outside of your circle and it just goes everywhere.
So who have you told?
But
no names though. Like, all right, they
because depending, like depending on like, okay, with the way it happened with me with my sneaky link, it was like, how can I say this without saying too much? Like,
you don't gotta get into details. Just be like, you met this person at some.
So I met this person at some, like, at a place, right?
Certain establishment.
Yeah, a certain establishment. And, you know, I had certain people that I was with all the time. And, you know, they were noticing that I would get flustered, right, with this certain someone that I would see.
You've said too much.
And like, so basically, long story short, like, some way, like, you know, he was low-key interested and so was I, but it was a way like we just didn't know how to go about it, because I'm honestly used to guys just like approaching me and being hella cocky about it.
Oui.
And this one was a bit like cockless. Like, yeah, like said nothing. Like a man, like a guy with like not a lot of words to say. And I was doing the same thing. I was just like, So I kind of liked this challenge. So I thought of it as a challenge.
She was like, challenge accepted.
Exactly. So I was just like, So it's either going to be a long time sneaky link or a sneaky link for one time, for a good time, right? So I just, you know, I would talk about it to my peoples, and I was just like, you know, how the fuck do I go about this? Like, this seems like he's so in his own world, and like I just didn't know how to approach it. And like, going back to what we were saying, like, I feel like that's okay, because I knew they weren't gonna say anything. They weren't gonna say anything because they're older men. Like, they're like in their 40s and their 50s, and they always fuck with the way that I thought, in a sense of like, I'm not very complicated. Maybe I can be complicated in my mind, but I will never project it onto the other person. I let that be in me and dealing it with myself, right? So they always were just like, you're not very complicated, you like it just the way that is, and you don't make it more than what it is.
That's why I think I told you that too. I'm like, you know what you want.
Exactly.
So like, and pretty much anything. So I guess, you know, that came like easy to you.
Yeah,
you know? And that's why they fuck with you,
and that's why I trusted them enough to even talk about it to them, because you know they're men, and I needed, you know, a male's perspective, especially since they've done many sneaky links before, or even had some that were a bit complicated, and they were just like, I mean, you're not a female that's like, oh my god, we fucked one time, I'm going fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the just like, you know, it's just like, oh, you just gonna fuck me and not talk to me no more. Like, I let that shit be, right? So I was just like, okay, you know, let me get their input and I'll tell them about it. Those were the only people that I told about. And I felt like it was okay. But at the same time, I was a little bit afraid that he wouldn't have liked that. I mean, it's just, I mean, like I was saying, I
think, wait, my bad, but I think that's what she should have done. Is fucking pass a note instead.
I would have gone up to him and be like, look, so I noticed you noticing me, noticing you. So what we gotta do?
That's what I was going to do. Like, literally the time that I was going to, because I was honestly like, bruh, this shit is overdue. Like, I don't know why it's taking this man's this long to come to me. But I was like, everybody's like, you just fucking do. I was like, okay, you guys are right. Because like I said, I'm not comfortable. I like the challenge. Like, I was like, okay, let me work my way up there. You know, I'm not just going to be
you worked up,
because I'm not like you. I'm not like you. Everybody's different when they go about sneaky links.
Girl,
like,
I don't have sneaky links. What you mean you're not like me?
But whatever. I'm not like you in the way of like trying to communicate with someone. Like I said, I was so used to them just coming to me and then we communicate that way. But this one was like, I fuck with you, but I don't know how to go about it. And I was just like, okay, well, me too. But I'm not outspoken like that. I'm not like, hey, what's up? You know, you trying to do something? What's good? Like, I'm not like that. I'm more like you know, I observe what his energy is and what, you know, if it even works that way, you know. So I just was trying to observe for a while, and then I was just like, okay, well, let me just fucking do it. And the time that I wanted to do it, he ended up leaving that establishment. Just say it like that. He ended up leaving that establishment. I was like, well, damn.
That was a quick sneaky link.
I would at that moment, I was like, I'm someone that kind of like goes like, the coincidence is not for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I always go by like, maybe it's a sign. Like,
but
maybe,
do you think it would have, like, the sneaky link would have lasted longer
if we just communicated?
If you just all right, let's talk about which factors could have helped the sneaky link last longer. If you all communicated, and what else? Because if he you know stayed there longer too, right? Mm-hmm. And what else do you think? Because
I feel like we just dragged it. It was just so overdue. I felt like it was so overdue that he kind of was just like, okay, well, if I know about this information, I guess it's based off ego, low-key. Like, it's ego. Mm-hmm. Because he knew, and then I knew, but it was about the point of, well, whose ego is like higher, lower than the other? Who's willing to
break the ice? You know?
Yeah, who wants to break the ice? So it was just so every single time we would like pass each other, it would be like everybody would look at us like, so who's gonna fucking do it? Like, and then that's why we're just like, I ain't fucking doing shit. I was just like, let me see if he tries. If not, then I'll do the next time. And then it'll just be, well, I don't know. This is just my perspective, right? The female version for me, right? For me. So that's just how it went. I honestly think it would have lasted longer if maybe I was just like, you know, it was good. Like, what's your Instagram? Like, maybe it would have been.
And how did it even happen? How was the sneaky link? Like, what y'all do?
I mean,
no.
You wanna know? You wanna know?
Not like how'd it happen? Where, did he take you out? Like, you know.
Ain't no sneaky link taking me nowhere.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess, you know.
But you should ask her who shot their shot first.
I shot my shot, but it wasn't really me shooting my shot. Because eventually, after like me missing my opportunity, right, I was just like, okay, well, I'm extremely attractive to this man, and I'm really, I'm trying to see what's good. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's just how it was. I mean, hello.
Did she tell you, Ozzy?
I think, yeah, like.
wait. But for someone that hasn't, ever since I had Jasmine, I haven't like talked to no one. I haven't like,
No, I know. I just want to point out.
Celibacy.
I want to point out to our fellow viewers, however many you may be, that she started this conversation by saying that she was more modern or whatever, and that I was, what was it that you called me?
Old stuff.
Oh, okay, but guess who shot her shot? I did. Boom.
That was her.
Plot twist.
That's what I said. Let me go. Let me say sorry, bro. So it was basically them because we were celebrating her birthday, and that day they asked me, she was like, "Hey, so what's good with so and so?" Because I got his Instagram. And it didn't take long to follow back, right? And so I was just like, damn. So still me being like stuck in my ego, I was like, okay, since he, reacted very fast to my follow, is he gonna do something about it? Like, you know what I mean? So no, nothing happened. So then I would tell them about it, right? And eventually that same night, they were just like, so what happened to so and so?
But I think that's something you gotta understand too about some dudes, bro.
They just can't.
Dudes are oblivious
to a lot of things.
Jiling's oblivious to a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of times too, I was oblivious. Like my peoples would tell me like, "What do you mean you don't check you out?" Like he'd be looking at you too, because I was just like, "There's no way. There's no way." I mean, I guess it kind of goes with like. Into like fear of judgment, the fear of judgment when it comes to like sneaky links or trying to like make a sneaky link happen or whatever, or trying to like establish them to fuck, and so like I just didn't, not that I was insecure about myself, but I was just this man was a fine piece of ass to me, right?
So you were like, there's no way,
there's no fucking way. Like was I like, I don't want to sound so fucking insecure, but now I think I'm cute as shit, but I'm just saying like he's just so fine to me. I was just like, damn. Like, I was...
Yeah, he's out of my league.
Yeah, low-key. Like, I was just like, But again, I wanted the challenge low-key, so I was just like...
fuck it, yeah.
What's good? And so, like I said, I was oblivious to a lot of things, the people that I was around told me. I was just like, oh, but I still didn't want to believe it. I was just like, nah. Like, I feel like I'm going to shoot my shot, and I'm going to look like a dumbass, you know what I mean? So...
Just take off your glasses.
Be like, so yeah, you trying to do something?
That's exactly what happened.
But back to what we were saying, like it they ended up doing the move for me, and I was just.
I just need. We don't gotta.
What'd y'all say?
Hey. I said, hey, you trying to fuck real quick? It's like,
no, she didn't. You fucking know what I'm talking about.
I ain't say all that. I ain't say that. But see, okay, I think what helped, but also didn't help, right? Because who knows if the sneaky link was the ultimate goal for Jiling? Who knows where this guy's,
I know what you're gonna say.
But we did message this man's at like 3 in the morning. So
there you go.
You know.
3 in the morning, what else could it be?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean,
I didn't realize how late it was, but you have to understand they were trying to keep me up past my bedtime, and my bedtime is like 10. So it's their fault.
Yeah, so we did this like at 3 in the morning. I mean, either ways, I did want to.
He did respond.
Do things with this man's.
Hold hands.
Hold hands.
What did he say? He said, "Hey, back." Or
like,
yeah,
hey, how you doing?
Like a winky face. Like,
no, yeah, he put some emojis, and then the conversation went right. I don't want to say too much.
I don't know where that conversation went.
Yeah, it went somewhere exciting. So
Ozzy, how was your situation with your sneaky link?
I'm gonna just say this: the fear of judgment comes, ties in with like you don't want anybody knowing, right? And it's and when everybody wants to know, especially with the guy, like, or in my family, they're all my uncles, pretty much everybody, your cousins, uncles, aunts, ask if you got a girl or you seeing someone. So recently, like, when was this? We're in June, right? Mm-hmm. This was last month, the beginning of last month, right?
Damn, was it that long ago?
It was, yeah, that long. So went to go visit my sneaky link, right? You know, I didn't want to tell anybody. Nobody knew. You know? My immediate family knew that I was going to Ohio.
And me. I knew.
Oh, yeah. No. But, no, I didn't tell you till after the fact. No, like, right before. Like, right before, like, I was leaving. I told you, but, like, right before I was leaving.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And so, my immediate family thought I was going to, like, Ohio or some shit. And you know, I said I was going to stay there for 2 days, you know, go visit a friend, and I'll be right back. Went down to visit her, and you know, we did our thing. But then, where she lives, right, so I got family members there too, and I was like, man, fuck it, I'm already here. Let me go visit some family members, go visit some cousins. And then everyone's asking, like, yo, so how long you been here? Like, this, and that. Like, who picked you up? Like, so, and I'm like, fuck. I didn't think this all the way through. I'm like, I don't think I should have ever came to visit my family. And so...
especially knowing our family.
Yeah, especially knowing our family, man. So I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, now I got to come up with something. So they started... The first question was asked, is like, yo, did you go, like, see a girl? What's going on? Why are you here? And I was shook. I was like, I don't know what to say because I don't want anybody knowing, and neither does this person too, you know. And then they were like, oh, so you were piping a girl? I was like, yeah. So I did tell some of the truth, some of the lies. They were like, yo,
the white lie.
They said, oh, like what's her ethnic, like where's she from? And I was like, I'm trying to think of something like that.
You gotta be smooth with me, like she out of this planet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they're like, oh,
like,
she a Cuban girl? I was like, all right, yeah, fuck it, yeah. So I went with it. Yeah, like, yeah, she a Cuban girl, like she lives in so and so place, and I was like, oh, so she went to go pick you up? I was like, yeah, she came to pick me up. She's gonna drop me off. This, and that, and you know, it was hard because trying to lie to my family and they keep asking these questions. They're like, oh, why don't you invite her over? This, and that. So you gotta.
Like, y'all don't understand. Yeah, this is something so I don't want y'all to know.
So it's like, because it's strictly just hooked up. You know, that was it.
We there for a mission and one mission only.
Exactly. So then lies that kept piling up until the day I left, and then after that, like.
So you learn to not visit your family when you go. Go with your.
Do not visit your family when you're doing a sneaky link, man.
At all.
Because out of nowhere, you just go to this point, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here? Like, what's the real reason?"
So I mean, and then I think honestly, if I stayed there any longer, I would have gotten caught up. Like, for and that would have been bad. So, but that was me.
I want to point out the differences in a guy's perspective of a sneaky Lincoln story versus a female. She was like dragging on for like 30 minutes about one little sneaky link.
Well, see, I didn't know. Because I know she went into detail. I pretty much just gave y'all the gist of it, you know.
Which is good. It's okay, you know. It's just.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's interesting to see a girl's perspective and a guy's perspective.
Yeah, because you
sometimes,
see.
I mean,
you got.
Let me just say, because in the meeting, he wasn't just leaving it this short.
Well, I mean, obviously, we don't gotta.
You know,
it's the
meeting.
You know, so, but no, I would say this. I mean, so with this person, you know, we were like talking for like quite some time, I would say. And she approached me too. And so, and we were just friends at first, and then, you know, conversations started getting more intimate, and then it was like, all right, this is gonna happen, but how are we gonna, you know, keep it low key? So
that's a question that I have. So how long do you guys decide on, like, okay, is there like, so if it's only a sneaky link and you know that it's not going to go anywhere, like, how long do you feel is a good amount of time to be like, okay, let's fuck? Or like, how do you know they're not fucking somebody else? Or like, do these things...
Can I answer this real quick?
Yeah. Mine? You go ahead.
I know, but like, I just, because you were just starting the you were just starting,
Jump in.
For me, like, I'm gonna ashamed, but like, that's only lasted 3 days, and I was just like, fuck it, let's do it right now at this spot. Like, I was the one that was just, I called the shot. I was just like, yeah, I can't wait no longer, because like, I already wait this long. So
well, I think because it was different, like with her, right? Mm-hmm. It was pretty much like a one and done.
You guys had a relationship in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we knew each other before that even happened. Before we even like, we're like, yeah, you know.
Well, my question is from, even though having a friendship with her, did you just like determine that, yeah, we're just gonna fuck? It's not gonna even turn into something.
Yeah, no,
more
no,
than
we
just
were, it was mutual. It was
okay,
mutual.
okay.
We talked about it, and it was like, we were like, all right. After it happened, we were like, yo, that how you like? She was like, how you feel? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I think she was asking like, oh, did I catch film? I'm like, nah. I mean, it is what it is. What happened? What happened? She's like, oh, okay, good. She's like, because I feel the same way, and I didn't want you to feel hurt if you didn't. So, you know, it's just you just mutual about it. That's it.
Interesting. So, how would you guys react if you have a sneaky link, right? But then you actually meet someone and actually like start a relationship with this person? How would you guys go about like
with the sneaky
link, or like if you find someone that you're into, and like, do you tell them you have a sneaky link, or
so
how does
the way
work?
I would definitely go about this, because I think not that it happened to me that way, but like if I were to find or meet someone and it's not like I'm trying to have a relationship and I have my sneaky link on the side, I would have to come to terms with my sneaky link and be like, look, we gotta end it. So I found someone better.
I would have said the same thing.
But that's the thing where you both, it shouldn't like hurt nothing. Like, it should be like, all right, nice to meet you, bro. Like that's it.
Nice
we did what we did.
Nice to meet you. Like, y'all ain't fucking.
Like, hey man, good job out there. Good job.
And that's it. Like, just short and sweet and simple. Like, we did what we did. Now I'm trying to do something with someone else and have more.
That sounds like a breakup.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That sounds like a
that's
breakup.
what I'm saying. Like, how do you know? Because like,
I mean, sometimes you don't even have, like, depending. Okay,
I think
it depends on how you and your sneaky links are, because low-key you still build somewhat of a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be
friendship.
scared to catch feelings.
Like, it's not that hard.
I mean, have you seen me? Someone would catch feelings for this shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened to me where they caught feelings for me and I just had to I had to dip.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean, I just feel like if it gets to that point, like, I mean, for, like I was saying, back to that one concept, like, it shouldn't, not that it shouldn't hurt, but, or like, it be like a breakup, because, I mean, this man's was in my gut, so I gotta,
oh my gosh.
That's, like, sorry, but like, we gotta let shit go. Like, I got someone, and that's that. Like, it doesn't have to be too complicated.
I think for me, it would just like,
or sometimes
I probably wouldn't even say nothing.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, and then I think they'll get the message like, okay, right, they haven't hit me up in like 3 months, so
I've had a sneaky link where we were hella cool. Like, I mean, it was like we were messing around, but we could literally have conversations and it.
But is that considered a fuck buddy and not a sneaky link?
That's what I'm saying.
But nobody knows about it between me and this person. Nobody knows
so
about
confusing. I don't understand how
nobody knows. Okay, a fuck buddy. Okay, let's say
because if I were to have a fuck buddy, I also wouldn't want anybody to know.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so
I think a sneaky leak.
You know what I'm saying? I'm better
no. We're about to break our heads about it. No, you right.
That's what we're trying to do
right now on J Talks.
It has to feel like, yeah, no. But I feel like with a fuck buddies, people know about it.
But I'm saying, like,
they know enough.
They know about it, and I think people like you guys actually do more like relationship stuff,
And then a sneaky link is more like let's meet somewhere, bada bing, bada boom, and nice
have you guys never seen No Strings Attached or Friends with Benefits?
Yeah, but that's friends with benefits.
See, now, so if you were having a communication with the sneaky link that you were friends with,
I mean, we were,
but nobody knew.
It wasn't anything like not conversations like hella deep. Like, I'll look into your eyes, look at.
I mean, friends with benefits don't look into their eyes.
But did that friends with benefits become a relationship?
But I think friends with benefits, it doesn't. There's no like end to it, But sneaky links, you can cut them off, and it's like
it's no hard feelings.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, it's just I
think we need to Google this topic. For our viewers out there, please let us know if you notice a difference between sneaky links and friends with benefits and fuck buddies.
I don't know if we sound hella contradicting.
I just want to understand. This is from behind the camera. I don't
understand. Someone that has never
done
anything like that.
So. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. So I just want to try to understand these youngins' perspective in life.
But like, from what I was saying,
it's a good question.
You know?
it is a good question. It is because for this person, right? Okay, like trying to think because.
I know for me, because like I said, I've had both.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's more to it with friends with benefits than a sneaky link. It's I don't
because
know.
I've had a friends with benefits and a sneaky link before, and they're both completely different. Like it's a mutual feeling where we're just cool with each other. And my friends with benefits, we would literally act like friends and just be like, okay, well, we about to fuck, like you know what I mean?
I'm like thinking of like examples, and it's like. Fuck, like,
I don't
like
know,
someone could be both. Like some of the examples.
Yeah, it can be both. But like, hey, for this, the one sneaky leak that I had that nobody knew about, like it was more like okay, we're that cool enough to communicate about it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, for me, I'm not that mean to just be like, well, I'm done, I'm out. I was just like, okay, you know. I'm about to,
do you
get
you guys
into
like
something.
cuddle?
Did we cuddle? No, we didn't cuddle. We didn't cuddle.
Okay, Ozzy cuddled.
cuddle with my
Ozzy cuddled.
You cuddled?
Boy, you in a relationship.
I mean, no, look, okay, sometimes some people like to freaking, do their thing and like, snuggle a little.
Okay, but if you
I'm
snug,
like, hey man, that bed was too big for one person. So like
you wanna lay up with me, but nah.
no, but I mean, she was fucking with it too, because when it came time for her to leave, it was like, all right, peace, like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's not even a kiss goodbye.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just safe.
It's because after you just did something.
I don't understand your logic, children. I don't get it.
It's okay. Don't even try to break your head about it. Like, this is just.
That's why I mean. Yeah.
It is complicated. That's why I want to talk about it. It's so controversial. Like it's something like
I'm just trying to understand.
People like. It's just the shit that we've gone through with it. Because, like I was saying, my friends with benefits that I had in the past, like I said, we would talk on the phone.
It felt more to me. I would say, like, yeah, I have feelings, but not like, oh, I'm in love with this person. But
yeah.
I'm okay with leaving without him. You know what I mean? So like I was saying, the friends with benefits that I had, like, we would talk on the phone here and there, talk about conversations, talk about what we about to do together the next time, like stuff like that. And it wouldn't be more than that. Like, he was just cool. Like, we were friends prior. We were friends prior before messing around. And it kind of became like that. And, like, we would literally just, we would cuddle and stuff like that. Not that I had feelings, but I was attracted to him. And, like, I was cool. I was fucking with the vibes. Like, I was messing with the energy between the both. Like, I wasn't expecting more, nor was I expecting too less. We both were friends, but we were intimate at the same time. It kind of sounds like a relationship if you think about it, but it's not. We're not trying to be public about it,
I think a relationship can emerge from friends with benefits, but
oh yeah,
I don't think it can emerge from a sneaky link. Nah, I don't think so.
Mm-mm. So what if you just call it? I mean, friends with benefits, then some.
There's some.
You and your question. God,
I'm making y'all think.
It more complicated.
I'm making y'all think. Y'all want to be sneaky about it, so I'm gonna make y'all think.
Well, see, that's what, now I gotta come up with an excuse and a lie. Like, yeah, well, and try to avoid the question. Like.
Because it's that simple. Let me just say with the guy that I did it with just recently, I don't know about him, but for me, I wanted him to be my sneaky link. I wanted just someone to fuck around with. Like, I wanted it to be like, not that I didn't know what to expect, because it's not like we sat down and had a real conversation. Mm-hmm. I messaged him on IG, like we said, like it was like 3 in the fucking morning, like. And he was already wanting to see me. So, like I said, this shit was, like, overdue. Like, he had anticipation to do what we were gonna do, right? We were gonna fuck. So, I just, like... And it kind of just, like, merged the both. And that night, I wasn't ready to have, like, I needed to do what I needed to do first before I was about to do.
Gotta get myself...
Yeah, I gotta get myself ready. So, and, like, this shit only lasted 3 days of a conversation. Like, it was just like, all right... But I mean that's okay, bro. Like that's okay.
No. But
it's okay.
You know, I
wouldn't even
know
care.
some of the viewers are like, damn, like 3 days and you fucked the person.
How long was yours? Well, you said you guys were friends, right?
Yeah, we
You guys were
knew
friends.
each other.
But let me say, this was the first time I've ever done something like that. Like, damn, just 3 days and that was it. Like,
But
it wasn't. But it wasn't
that's
like.
how fucked up a sneaky link can be. You know?
Yeah, it just. I mean,
that's
it's
how fucked up
it can get like that. Like I said, it got to a point where, you know, we started talking a lot intimate through text, right? And it was just like, you know, continuation, and stuff got a little complicated where we couldn't even meet up. And I kind of got to the point where I was just like, fuck it, we're gonna do it here, do it there, and bada bing bada boom, that was it. And like that moment he told me, right, and I was okay with it. Like, you can't get too like in your head about a one night thing, or sometimes it's just crazy how some people can just get real complicated with it. Like,
Me.
he just said, like, you know, and I was gonna say the same thing too, but I didn't know how he wanted to go about it too. Like, I didn't want to seem off like, well, damn, I feel like a female and I just got used. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be like, all right, I'm gonna catch you on the flip side, you know? Like, I'm done with you. Like,
what did you say to him?
So, I mean, it was a moment of, like, you know, we said goodbye, like, at least the hug we did, and, like, he was just like, yeah, just message me on IG. So I was like, mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I was like, mm-hmm. And
my God. No, what? Like,
You see how confusing this is?
No, so then
that was
like,
it. I mean, maybe. And then after he messaged me saying, like, okay, like, we gotta keep this low key, I was like, say less. Say less. Like, I ain't want nobody else to know that we just, like, did what we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we keeping it exclusive. And it was just that. Like, it never became, like, anything, like, too much. Like, it wasn't, like, me later on, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you just gonna, like, fuck me and then not, like, completely hit me
so
up anymore? Like, what the fuck?
For me, and then that's that. Like, no.
And I'm pretty sure he was probably thinking that, like, the same thing. You know, it was, like, a mutual understanding. It was just like, all right, you know, bye. It was fun.
Have a good night.
I would say, yeah, no, sneaky links are fun.
It can be cold. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fun. It's because it's, like, you come into the mindset of, like,
It's
most sneaky links, yes, you both come into that concept of, like, okay, most times sneaky links are in a car, low key, if you think about it. Like, you just gotta.
Apparently, all your things are in the car.
What?
I'm gonna put
This
cricket.
car?
I wish it was in this
This
car. I'm just saying, this would have gave me a lot more room
Oh my
to
God.
work with. I'm just saying. Sorry. If you were gonna see a side of me I didn't want them to
This
see.
is why we got hotels.
I know.
We got motels.
Bro, who got
motel.
time? Who got time to get hotels? Like, this is it was a sneaky link. Like, it wasn't supposed to be complicated. It wasn't be like, okay, I'm not about to waste money.
Oh,
Like,
no.
on a fucking sneaky link.
I mean,
sorry.
I wasn't
might
thinking
sound-
you.
Or, like, just anything like that. Like, I was okay with the concept in the car.
See the factors that come in that make shit complicated.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay. I don't know. Like, it was a moment of, like, it sounded like what he wanted is what I wanted. So, maybe, honestly, if I'm about to be real, it's kind of hard, like, to mess around in a car. But sometimes sneaky leaks are just quickies. You know, most times, and sometimes I want to, most times, and this
Now
time,
I'm learning lingos.
like, this time, I don't know if he wanted, like, I mean, the shit we were saying in text was, like, amazing, right? Like, it was just, you know, interesting.
You gotta give the man the right play field because there's so much you can do in a car.
I know.
much.
That's why I was just, but I wasn't, I just, you know, I just want to feel something. I just wanted to say, like, because, I mean, for my side, it was for, like, almost 3 years of me doing nothing. Like, I was kind of just like, damn, like, I don't know if I want to try to get in a relationship.
She was dick deprived.
She
bro.
was.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was, and, like, no.
Hey, yo, cut. Yo, cut. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I'm leaving.
What if she comes out here, man? What if she comes
Say,
out
what
here,
the fuck
man?
you
Like,
just say?
What's so funny?
You need something.
What's so funny? What y'all talking
And
about?
I feel like it's okay, you know, you just want to get pleasured here and there, and I kind of just, you know, that I kind of figured. I feel like at that moment that even though he said hit me up on Instagram, I kind of felt like it was just like, are we really about to like message? I kind of feel like this is gonna be like a maybe a one night thing.
I mean, it could go one or two ways.
Yeah, depending how like the situation was for him.
He blocks you, you know. Y'all
Damn, block.
Y'all never talk again. Cause you gotta understand, cause y'all were in the associated in the same establishment. So like that's where like to avoid awkwardness, I'd be like, yeah, I gotta block.
But
her.
he was already
like,
gone. He was already gone.
No, I'm just saying, like, if that.
I mean, yeah, which I understood. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, if you just wanted to be
just completely blocked, don't even look at the person again. And I think that would have worked out with you too, because you guys weren't even talking at all. So like nobody would have ever known. Like, yeah. So I think
it would have fucking worked. That's why it kind of sucked because I wanted it to work that way because I was kind of just like.
Just act like nothing happened, even though there's a whole nother thing going on in the back. There's a whole nother thing going on.
Yeah, because I was just, well, damn, like, this is how my sneaky link.
So these are your most recent sneaky links. How was it for you guys when you had your first sneaky link compared to the ones that you guys recently had? Did you guys panic? You know, was it your first time in general? Or, you know, like, how did it work out for you?
We'll see. I will see. I mean, I was young at the time.
Yeah, we don't gotta say age, you know, we don't want to make some things.
I was young at the time, and it's just like, I think how I felt now, I kind of felt the same way back then, because I was like, nah, I don't want anyone knowing, you know.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, the fear of judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, that's it. This is just it, you know. But my first time, it didn't end so well because she ended up catching feelings. She got feelings, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And it was just... It
wasn't supposed to go that way.
It was too much. So
you're like, I know I'm fabulous, but stop.
like, I was like, I felt bad. Cause
I know,
like,
you can't help but to feel like
because
shit.
she was like, I think when we were going, you know, under the agreement, right? On like, you know, terms and conditions of it, right?
Uh-huh.
We were like, no, like, it's just senseless, like mindless fucking, like that's all it is.
That's
all right,
I
cool.
like that, mindless fucking. That's it.
So then I think
get that on your forehead. Get it tatted. Mindless fucking.
So I think it was like maybe 2 months or so, and then that's when she was like, no, like I think like, I have feelings for you, and I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, nah, and I felt bad because I was like, I don't feel the same way, and you know, because all it was sex, and yeah, so I had to. She hated my guts. Ended up blocking her, and we don't ever talk. Never saw her again after that.
Oh my god.
I want to talk about that. Not that you're saying it, because I have it right here. I was like, what did I put? I was like, how simple sneaky leaks become complicated for no reason. Like, I feel like I've had, you know, some sneaky links that it was just easy, like, or whatever, friends with benefits. Like, you come, exactly like he says, you come to terms and conditions. Like, you, like, with the one that I had the longest, like, you know, my friends with benefits for a long time. It was a really long time. It almost lasted a year with no complications.
She was in a relationship.
Nobody
she just
knew about it, though.
Want to announce it. That's already, like, half of the world. They be in relationships with people and the other person doesn't know. Like, is it ASAP that says that Rihanna's the one for him? And everybody's like, does Rihanna know? So that's probably
are they dating now?
Yeah, I know. They're dating.
Are they?
Yeah.
I had seen, he was like saying she's the one for him, y que no sé qué. And then I think TMZ was like, but does Rihanna know that you guys are in a relationship? And I thought, I was like, that's literally like half of the world, but okay.
No, I mean, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we both came to terms. Like, we were just like, okay, so, you know, this is only just gonna be this. Like, yeah, we talk about things. It's cool, because you know, it was nice to talk about stuff with him. Mm-hmm. But we both understood it would never we would never cross that line. That line of it trying to, like, that one fucking simple question. I honestly don't know why this... Huh?
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
No, this question. I don't know. Like, I don't know why this question scares people. Like, for me, it's such a simple question. Like, I want to know, like, the question is, what are we, right? I understand
Humans.
I do understand why that question can get a little tricky, but I feel like it's a simple way to find out whether this is going to continue or to just end it right then and there.
See, not everyone's straight up. Not everyone's straight up.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true.
I mean, if it were me, you're like, I'm a straight up person, so I'll tell you how it is, you know.
I mean,
but not every dude, not every girl.
I don't want to
like
sound
that.
contradicting, because with the recent sneaker league I had wasn't so. He just gave me he was shy, so it made me shy. And like with this with the friend with benefits, like he's not very shy, so I felt a little bit more like, more comfortable with it, right? Because I didn't have to try to figure him out. Like I wasn't. He was just like, okay, so bada bing, bada boom, that's it. Like I was just like, all right, I'm down. Like we're not gonna have it pass this way and let it go any further. Like I was just like, he gave me the question of like, okay, so what's up? Like, what are we about to do about it? I was like, well, yeah, I just want to do this. That's it. And he was just like, all right, say less. I was like, and he was very like comfortable with that, because previous girls are like, not trying to put myself in a high ass pedestal or whatever, but most times the women he was dealing with are possessive and crazy. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't want to sound like
your words.
His words. But I don't want to make it sound so insensitive.
Can we call him and ask him?
I don't want to make it seem so insensitive. Like, it's okay. Sometimes you catch feeling. That's normal. Like, you get caught up sometimes and you don't mean to. But sometimes they would let their emotions over control them to the fact that they made them like act out of character, made them do crazy shit. I was like, that's okay. If you end up catching feelings with someone, all right then, try to evaluate what you feel first before you start acting upon it, because shit can get ugly real fast. I was like, and I felt like I did that one time. Like, I caught feelings for someone, I fell in love with them, if I'm gonna be honest, and I don't think it ever went. Not that it ever like, he had feelings for me, but he was just like, whoa, like I ain't trying to like, so I was just like,
take it to the next level.
He kind of made me like go out of character more than I've ever done. Like nothing crazy, but I was just like, I never want to do that shit again. Like if something is gonna happen, we're gonna talk about it, like have an adult conversation about it, and be like, okay, well, we're just gonna only do this, and if shit starts to get complicated, communicate it in a way that doesn't make it like so, like not crazy, but like too making the situation so awkward and bad. Like, sometimes it just kind of ends up like that, where you just meet someone and you're just like, damn, you hella crazy. Like, never mind. I'm never going to associate with that again. And, that's that. And like with me, I was just like, okay. Like, I was just like, all right. Like, I was just going with the flow. And like, he would say little comments. I was like, does it bother you? Or he was just like, no, you good. Yeah. I was just like, okay, that's what I thought. Like let's remind our agreement.
Like this is what you wanted.
Yeah, like I was just like, I mean, but it was never complicated. That's what I liked. That it never got to that point, and then finally when I ended things, then it got a little complicated. But like it didn't get too complicated to the fact that we both knew what we agreed for.
Well, how did it get complicated? Because of him?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, okay.
Because I just wanted to stop. He was just like, whoa, what the fuck? You just wanted to stop now?
He's
after
going through giling withdrawals.
Oh, shit.
Like, and I was just like, I kind of just,
So did you stop because you caught feelings, or did you stop because he caught feelings?
I think it was both. I started to catch feelings, and I was just like, well, I'm not about to do it, so I'm going to just exit and not make it complicated.
You jumped ship. You were like, wait, but you told him? Oh, okay. You told him like, nah, I ain't fucking with this no more. But did you ever tell him why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
What? That because I caught feelings?
No, that you told him why.
That I caught feelings?
Well, I'm saying that I don't.
He don't believe.
No. I made up like an excuse. I didn't want to tell him that I caught feelings. Like if I'm gonna be honest.
So you hit him with your vagina's allergic to him?
Kinda, yeah. I kinda was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. It kinda, I'm just trying to stop, be a little bit. Like I was kind of just like, I was just making an excuse because I didn't want to like make it. I just didn't want to make it so
More than what it was.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think-
didn't want him to know. Like I said, I wanted to deal with it by myself, and like I knew who he was, and I didn't want a relationship with that. You know what I mean?
Because you knew him as a person, not as just a friend. And
yeah, I mean, he was good at one thing, and that was fine, like, for me. And I just didn't want to get into anything, like, else with him. So I was just like, yeah,
Once you were satisfied, you were like, all right, I don't need your services. No,
no, like,
I'm gonna be fine. I'll last a couple of months.
So I just left it to that, and like he ended up getting hella butthurt, which was fine because he caught feelings. And it was interesting how it went about it, because not that he went crazy about it like his females usually went about him. I basically pulled a him
on him.
On him. And I felt like it kind of messed with, like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean?
Don't hate the player, baby. Hate the game.
It's because I felt like he was going to do that. Like, I sensed it. Like, I was just like, okay, he's
you
about
felt
to cut
he
me
was going
off.
to cut you out.
Yeah,
so
you're
like, I'm
let me do it first, because I know we
Mm.
both, like, low-key are starting to feel some type of way. So I was just like, yeah, let me do it first before you do it.
So he was like, damn.
I was about to do it.
He beat me to it. So
like,
he blocked me, and like he was mad at me, like completely upset. And like at first I was like, why? Like I was like, what the fuck did I do? Like we came to an agreement. Like why are you upset with me?
Bro?
And then honestly, we spoke years later, and we spoke about it. It was such a funny situation. Like we were just like, yeah.
So y'all talked about
Yeah, years later.
Years
my
later,
God.
and we never fucked again. But like, it was just like we talked about it. It was just a funny concept to talk about. Like it was just like, yeah. So he was just like, be honest with me. Why did you really not want to like do it again? And I told him, I was just like, oh. He was like, same. I was like, well, and I don't think he'll ever see this, but like low key, like he wanted to start back up again and maybe make it a little bit more further. But I was like, no. Again, I'm still stuck at, you are still the way you are, and I feel like I'm mad. I have a kid now, and like this is not, I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I mean? Not saying, not disrespecting what he does. He does what he does because he needs to do it, but it's not no.
Can't have that around.
Nope.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like it's shit like that where something so simple can sometimes get a little complicated, which is understandable. But it's like I feel like if it makes it a little hard to like try to explain, because some people don't have the same communication. Like sometimes you'll meet someone that you can just easily communicate with and just be like, yo, like one thing led to another, and that's that. Or sometimes be like, what do you mean? Like that's all it was for you? Or like for the guy, that's it? That damn, I feel like a female because I just got like, I mean, it's true. Don't you guys like kind of just like don't expect it that way? And I just feel like,
I mean, I would say, yeah.
You just gotta be careful sometimes.
And to keep the like shit simple, it always helps when the other party, knows what they want. When the other person knows what they want, and the goal is, I mean, the main goal of it is just to fuck. That's it. So if that's that, then that's that.
So, when do you guys think you'll be ready for a relationship?
That's a whole other topic. We're not talking about that.
But not necessarily. I don't want to get into details about relationship, but do you guys think that having sneaky links or friends with benefits, or whatever the hell you want to call it, do you think it makes it harder for you to want a relationship because you're kind of getting off the hook easily with these sneaky links and don't get the rest of the quote unquote
How the hell do
baggage
you not want us
of
to
a
get into
relationship?
detail with that question?
You want to go first, or you should I go first?
Like that was a whole paragraph of a question.
No, because I mean, I understand the question.
Yeah.
I know exactly how to answer it.
Go ahead.
But that's just me,
Go ahead.
For me, I mean, honestly, right now, I think it really just depends on your situation. Like
Where are you at in
right
life?
now, for me, I'm in college, and really, I don't really have time for a relationship. So,
But he had time to look.
but yeah, it's just to pass time. It's just to kill time, have some fun.
Exactly, which is okay.
I'm young, live that life, and then I think honestly, for me, if after I graduate from college, then yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, I don't ever want to be married. Yeah, I want to be married. I want to have kids and all that. But I mean, I think for now, for the meantime, for me, no relationship for me right now. Just trying to kill the time, pass by, live in the moment.
Live in the
So,
moment. Okay, Jiley.
yeah, Charlene,
Your face says a lot.
as a single mom, like, tell us.
So, so where I am at, I don't want to say that I'm currently not, I'm not looking, but I'm okay if it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going with what life is throwing at me, for real. Like, if it...
At this point, you should be ducking, girl. Look, life is throwing some hard ass shit at you.
I know, bro. I think I should be knocked...
Duck and roll, Johnny. Duck and roll.
I think my ass should be, like, knocked the fuck out at this point with the shit my life is throwing at me. I think you guys go through struggles and shit's gonna get better eventually.
Yeah.
It always happens. Besides that, like, I just feel like I'm okay if I just find someone to mess around with. Or, like, but I don't want to sound too complicated, because, like I've told you before, I'm not someone that likes to just, like, likes to mess around with multiple people in, like, one fucking year, right? I like to mess around with just one person
At a time.
Like, I can't, I don't know how, I'm just saying I don't know how people do that.
I'm the same way. I know exactly.
It's too much. I can't catch up. I'll call another guy Jacob and call the other Jake. Like, oops. Like, you know what I mean? I just...
Name them all Cipote.
You know, I said Cipote eso, you know? But, like, I just feel like that's how I've always been. Like, I was never someone to, like, mess around with so many people. But I'm okay with also if an individual comes and, you know, spark something in me that kind of just like, whoa, like, I'm down for it. Yeah, start something that maybe ends up growing to something, right? But
forest fire.
Forest fire.
You like my metaphors?
Oh god.
Forest fire. I mean, just like good. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever God wants to bring me, for real. Like, if God wants to bring me, you know.
God's plan.
Are you singing?
By the way, can you tell us a drink?
We can't sing it. We're gonna get copyrighted. We're gonna get copyrighted.
That's in the Bible. But I don't know. That's just the best way I can say it. Whatever God wants to bring me. If God brings me someone that's like, you know, wants to deal with what I'm dealing with, and, you know, if we both, you know, become something, that's fine. And if I meet someone that I just want to, you know, mess around with, then I'll mess around with. But, like, I don't have a specific, like...
Agenda
right now. Like, I would love for sure to have a family, like, and to grow with them, and you know what I've told you before, like, you know, but that's
the boring stuff.
that's for like a next episode. I don't want to get too like into it.
Okay,
it's actually for season 2. Just saying, like, you know.
So if you know, with the sneaky links y'all have y'all ever been scared to like catch something, you know, STDs wise, or end up pregnant, or have you had pregnancy scares, like, you know?
Let me just say, Jasmine happened with the sneaky link.
Oh no!
She went there.
Nah, I would say.
So yeah, y'all should be deadly afraid.
Always wear protection, kids. Always.
No glove, no dub.
Don't be silly. Wrap that with.
Drops the mic.
So, nah, I mean, honestly, because it's like, because, you
it's
know,
true, bro.
it's not, because it's like, you know, all right, I know I've been doing, you know, mischievous things. And if this person is involved with my mischievousness,
And mischievousness,
then most likely, like, yo, they've been doing the same thing too. So you gotta stay clean. You know, be smart about it. You know, protect yourself and all that. And then afterwards, yo, probably go get tested. You know,
if it burns when you pee, that's not normal.
So if you start itching, you know, so I mean, yeah,
put powder, baby powder on that shit.
But I would say, like, not in the moment. I mean, I don't really think about it, you know. But
I mean, yeah, because you're such in the heat of the moment,
yeah,
the excitement, the adrenaline, adrenaline. I can't speak today, bro. Can't speak today.
Missing cannot speak it.
I can't speak. I'm a little
out here. But yeah, no, I say it is always a scare, because I mean that's something real. You know, people,
I mean, for sure, because, you know, someone like I don't want to say I'm fucking perfect, but like someone like me that don't be messing. Like some people mess around with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
and
all.
then
You know,
me with me, I just mess with that one person.
that's always been my fear, I think, and I think that's why
You should never done.
I've never done it, because I'm like, because I don't do stuff. What if it like happens like how it happened to a specific someone, where on the first time that person did it ends up knocked up? I can't, okay? The Lord knows I cannot afford children.
I know. Evil
She
eyes.
sounds
Evil
lovely.
eyes.
She sounds hella responsible.
I wasn't even talking about you, stupid.
What?
No, but seriously, like that's my fear. Cause like, don't get me wrong, everybody got needs, but
At least you understand that we got needs.
I understand y'all need help, but whatever. I can only help so much. That's why charging y'all.
Nothing wrong with this.
No, but in all seriousness, like that's my fear. Like I think if pregnancy and STDs wasn't a thing, I'd probably be a little jilling. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Oh, you making me sound like a fucking slut. It's not true.
Nah, but I know somebody that, you know, went to do a sneaky link, and, you know, homeboy, like, you know, went down on her. And
Oh my gosh, his lips fell off.
Something like that happened.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like, yeah, it was pretty bad. So
That's what I'm saying. That's what scares me. I mean, I don't got nothing, but I know I don't got nothing because I don't do nothing. But you know, like what? Or that's another thing. Like, what if you don't do nothing, but then your sneaky link does something, and then you end up with some shit because of your sneaky link? Then you're just there like, bitch, I gave you all of this, and that's what you give me.
you give me disease.
You gave me disease. You know what I'm saying? That's why. I just, me personally, I think I'm an overthinker, and like I think the whole scenario, beginning, middle, and end, before anything happens. So that's why.
I think that just ties into the risk, you know. The risk you gotta take when you know, doing sneaky links. So.
Is it worth the risk? Do you think it's worth the risk?
Sometimes.
I can say sometimes it's worth. What the fuck, bro? Sometimes, yes, I believe sometimes it's worth the risk.
Worth the risk.
Worth the risk. Worth the risk.
I got it. We got it. Our viewers got it.
Now we're gonna need subtitles for Jiley.
Yeah, we're gonna need subtitles because don't nobody understand what she's saying. Mind you, she's sober.
It's more like Jay can't talk.
Jay can't talk.
Literally. Oh my god.
Fucking dead, bro. Oh my goodness. But
any more questions?
For someone that's very curious with like the whole concept of sneaky link.
The question, it's not a question, it's more of a statement.
Okay.
I don't think you guys should do sneaky link. No, but in all seriousness, like, you know, I'm
tired of getting disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired. Honestly, that's the anthem right now.
Like, I kind of just like, it's a lot of work too. Like, kind of just.
No, it's just, that's how I feel about relationships. It's just like, I gotta know your favorite color again. Like,
I know, bro. I think we just don't want it for real. As much as I say, like, yeah, I kind of just like waiting for it, but once it comes, I'm just like, what's your favorite?
Like me personally, I enjoy my company too much. Like, I will be home completely. I think honestly though, what would make things different for all three of us, honestly, I think would be having our own place. I think if we had our own place and our own space,
what you mean?
We may consider settling down, but I think because we don't, like your whole situation with your sneaking link, you had to go and lie to your family, lie on top of like, first of all, you mind your fucking business because I pay rent, so don't ask me who I be bringing in here. Mind you, I have 3 brothers, and so me
oh my god. Just one guy comes over.
I've had one guy over, and kid you not, just a friend. Like, he was just a friend.
All the brothers were there.
All my brothers were like, who's this guy that I saw on camera? Whose truck was outside? Lada. Like, they're watching TV in the living room, right? I'm like, bro, I'm the oldest. Like, mind your business. And plus, I'm not going to bring a guy here and do stuff knowing all y'all here. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's like with my sibling, it's completely opposite.
Really?
If they see like, someone pull up, like,
it's because she's the only girl.
Yeah, I'm the only girl. So I think that's what makes it different because my brother.
Well, actually, they have an older sister.
You know,
and they're not like that. Well, are you guys like that with her? Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
guys
different.
are. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are. You are. So no. Yeah, it's because she's the girl.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my brothers.
Yeah,
'cause
you
my
forgot you
every
had
time
Katie.
every time my
You know,
brother-
you understand the sock on the
Like,
door.
who the fuck is this?
You know, they doing something. No, but like, yeah, and I've never been the type of
I never
person
gave
to.
anybody that opportunity.
No, I mean, that was the one time where I brought him. He was cool. It's just he was like really weird, and I was like, yeah, never again. This is why I don't bring guys over. Like,
Wait. Oh no. Damn, bro.
you don't want to hear the story.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like that. I kid you not. It was not like I didn't want nothing with him. We was just hanging out, and then this motherfucker became all weird, and I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? So I had to like send him home. He's like, you want me to leave? No, you can sleep outside for all I care, but you're not staying here.
Oh, damn.
But anyways, it's a story for another day.
Yeah, for real.
Any other questions y'all got asked? Want to ask
I
or
think,
anything?
like, I don't know, like, I kind of just, I don't know, I kind of am stuck, I'm at the point where, yeah, I'm just not going to do it again. Kind of
You
done with
just
it.
don't-
Because it's because if you think about it, like, for me,
Maybe you just
it's
need a
too
flower.
A flower? Oh.
You need
Can I give me
someone,
the flower?
you need
Gotcha.
someone to serenade you. That's what you need. You
I think, Jailing, honestly, what you need is to be swept off your feet.
Nothing. Yeah, no, I think
Get
that's,
on my group, my new group of friends, like you pointed them out. One of them is on Bumble. I don't know if it's Bumblebee or just Bumble. I don't know. It's one of them dating apps. But the men she be sending pictures of, they your style, girl.
Stop it.
So get on Bumble. Go get
Oh,
stung
shit.
somewhere, bitch.
It's because, see, look, I'm about to say, like, look, so I got on Tinder, right? I never thought in my life I would get on Tinder.
You did it?
Just to see, you know,
Everybody
maybe.
went on Tinder within the past year.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
not me.
Quarantine.
I heard of a story of one of my new friends about Tinder, and she said that never again. So that's why she's trying Bumble. Cause
I think I'm about to try Bumble.
yeah, try Bumble. The guy she sends a picture of, he was so cute. I was like, but you got baggage. You see it in the picture.
Yeah, you're making me want to rethink.
No, I mean, try it. Try it.
It's like,
I
nah,
ain't
but like,
stopping you.
I just like, I tried it and I tried to talk to someone. Like, you're
Oh yeah, you did tell me. We was
And I
talking
kind of
about
was just
it.
like, so boring. Like, I kind of just took him off, took off Tinder. Like, I was kind of over
So
it.
boring.
Oh my gosh. So is Tinder? I always thought Tinder was like a hookup thing.
Well, see, I think essentially it was like Match.com. You know, you can find your significant other.
I'm gonna
But
go to
then-
Christian Mingle.
Yeah, like, but then now it's like people use it just to fuck.
Oh.
And I was just interested. I just wanted to see, like,
Girl,
What
I
you
may
can
get on
find on
Bumble. I'll let
Tinder.
you know what I find.
but like it like I think that's what it is. Like, I haven't had any like.
I genuinely think you just need to be swept off your feet. I know it's gonna take like a minute. Like you won't be like, oh, this man probably says this to everybody. But then there's gonna be that one guy that's gonna say something so insignificant that's gonna strike you. Watch. I'm manifesting that shit right now. You gonna be in a relationship in a year. I call it now. You heard it here first.
Yo, you scaring her, bro?
No.
She's like,
She's
"I'm not
shaking
ready.
over here.
I'm not ready for
I
that.
manifest that shit, Jailing. You will. Watch. Just watch. That man gonna be beautiful too.
For those of y'all watching, she is single.
She is single. Ready to mingle. Only you're taller than 6 foot though. If you
Oh, yeah,
any,
she tall, bro.
if you any shorter
She
than
tall.
that, don't even bother because she gonna look down at you literally.
Okay, so just to wrap everything up before we start to go over topic. Oh my god. I just want to say thank you so much for joining J Talks and becoming my co-host and you know, onto this new ride and this journey.
No, I would just like so thankful for you to come out and approach me, you know, and giving me this opportunity to go on this journey with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited, you know, what the future holds.
But no, thank you so much, and you're gonna see him more now. Like he's a part
Unless
of
he
it.
looks rough and he don't, you know, cut his hair, we might have to put like an emoji over his face.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. But of course, we are missing one of our members, Natalie.
Yeah.
We miss you.
We miss you, Miss Jordan. You.
Yeah. But that's the talk for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this interesting conversation we just had. Maybe it made sense. Maybe some people got confused just like Gato did. But
I would say, yo, if you guys have any questions too, like,
please comment.
please comment.
And maybe we'll just do part 2.
Q&A.
Yeah,
Part 2 of
Q&A,
Sneaky Link.
yeah.
Sneaky Link.
We definitely would like to hear anything y'all input on this subject, because
I mean, this is just
I
our
don't understand it. I am more confused now than I was when we started. So if you like me, definitely give us
We
a
can
comment.
discuss it.
We can definitely discuss this.
But be
again,
prepared
just
with a
reminder.
map, because I don't think they draw in straight lines over here. They be zigzagging through the roads,
I
because
mean-
I didn't understand shit.
But again,
'Cause
this
it's
is
not.
just our perspective and our experience of what we think sneaky links are, fuck buddies, friends with benefits, any stuff like that. That's kind of just how we interpret it in our experience.
From our experience.
Yeah.
So,
So please don't even take it as that's fact. You know what I mean? This is just off our experience.
personal experiences.
Yes.
Do not.
Please.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Again, thanks for watching, and see y'all soon.